Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2009 Subaru Legacy. We're going to be replacing the front brake pads and rotors. Let's get started. First thing we want to do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands. We'll pull our tire off. With our wheel turn, we get better access to our caliper. We have two 14mm bolts. I'll get a little screwdriver, pop this off. There we go. Now we'll hang our caliper. There, nice. Pop our old pads out. Pop our hardware off. Now we'll take our slide pins out one at a time. Start with the top or start with the bottom. Wipe them off real good. We'll apply new caliper grease. Slide it back in. I like to twist it. Do that to the bottom. Looks like we're seized. Get a pair of pliers. Hopefully we can break this free. Doesn't look like it. Well, this is seized and won't come out. So we're gonna need a new caliper and bracket. We'll worry about that once it comes time for installation. Let's continue pulling stuff apart. Our bracket is a 17mm. We'll set this aside. Now we'll take off our old rotor. A few good hits with a hammer. All right, it's loose. I'll just hit it from the back a little. There we go. Now we want to clean off our hub surface. I'm using a flat screwdriver just to break off the heavy stuff. Not much heavy stuff. And I'll take a drill with a wire wheel to get the rest. Put my catch pan underneath. Just spray it off with some brake clean. Wipe it off. There, perfect. Now let's prep our rotor. So our new rotors come with a protective coating for storage. You just want to take some brake clean, spray it off, and wipe it down. Just get as much as you can. All right, that's it. Let's install it. If you live in an area that deals with a lot of rust, we could put a corrosion inhibitor on our wheel hub. You can either use a copper anti-seize, just a light film all around, or a product called fluid film. Either way is up to you. Then we'll put a rotor on. We'll put one of the lug nuts back on the bottom just to hold the rotor in place for us. There we go. If we are reusing our old bracket, we want to clean out these channels really good. We can use a flat bladed screwdriver or a wire brush. Now we have a new bracket, so next we want to install our new hardware. It's up to you, but if you'd like, you could put a little bit of caliper grease under the hardware, just in these little slots, just as a little corrosion inhibitor. Do that to the other side. Doesn't take a lot, just a little. And then we'll take our hardware, put it on, push it in. What I like to do to make sure it's in all the way is just take my flat screwdriver and just push on it. Now this is a new bracket, so it fits in really nice. But the old bracket, you may need to push it in with the screwdriver. Pop this on just like that, and we'll install it on the knuckle. Put in our bolts. Tighten these down. And the information I have says these are 88 foot-pounds. Well, the top one is a little tricky. I use a 3/8 extension with an adapter for my 1/2 inch. That'll get me around that lower strut bolt. Now we can put our pads on. We want the wear indicator on our inner pad bottom. Slide that on, just like that. Put the outer on, just like that. Now let's push in our caliper piston. I have a new caliper, but I'll demonstrate on the old one before replacing it. We'll put an old pad back in. My tool looks like this. I'll put a link in the description for another really good caliper piston tool. We'll just slide this in and push in. And that's it till it bottoms out. And you may have to swap between one side and the other because this is dual piston. That's why we put that brake pad back in, to prevent the other piston from coming back out while we push this one in. And you just swap back and forth until it's seated all the way in. And that's it. If you need to replace your calipers like I do, I'll have a separate video for that. These are torqued to 20 foot-pounds. All right, there you go. That's how you can replace front brake pads and rotors on a Subaru Legacy. Next thing we want to do is take it on a good break-in test drive. How we do that is take the vehicle up to about 30-35 miles an hour and then come to a nice solid stop. We want to feel a good positive brake. Now we don't want to lock the brakes, but we want to feel it come to a good stop. Then we bring it back up 30-35 miles an hour and do it again. We want to do that about 3, 4, maybe even 5 times, and then we're all set. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comment, post down below. I have a link in the description for all the parts and tools used, and we'll see you on the next one.